Don't worry, I've got him. Get on belay because today on At Your Leisure, we're rappelling into some of the most remote areas in the United States. I'm Corinne Smart.
And I'm Stephen Human. Learn the ropes with us as we delve into a world that's as inspiring as it is challenging.
Then you'll want to hit the trail less traveled with me, Zack, as I explore one destination that isn't known for much, but probably should be with views like these.
Last but not least, Reece catches the big one.
Only outdoors now with At Your Leisure. Most of the time when we think of the world closing in around us, it's meant as something terrifying or claustrophobic, which is kind of funny because we seem to have a fascination with slot canyons, where the world literally closes in on you. Here in Utah, slot canyons can be found in numerous environments, from sandstone formations to granite chasms. But wherever we discover them, we can't help but delve into their rippled and mysterious curves. That's exactly where we find ourselves today.
And this is my first time doing anything like this. Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Corinne Smart.
And I'm Stephen Human. And we are with Excursions of Escalante, and we are experiencing Egypt 1. This is a slot canyon out here, one of the many that they'll take you on. And we got Rick as our guide and Noah back there, and they are teaching us the ins and outs, and it is awesome. What are you thinking your first time?
It's beautiful doing it outside in nature other than in a rock climbing wall, indoors. And I have taken my husband with me today, and he's having a really good time, so I'm excited to be here.
All right, why don't we find out more about Excursions of Escalante and what you can experience out here.
We are a small guide service in Escalante, Utah. We've been down here 19 years, pushing butts through these canyons. And we do about 1,000 folks a year, one trip a day. Takes all day. And we just spend our days taking folks into this beautiful stuff and getting pictures of them and watching them have fun. Southern Utah surprises people. I think a lot of people think of Utah as big mountains and snow, and they get to Southern Utah and they are just so excited. So this red sandstone of Zion and Moab and Capitol Reef and all this country gets them real excited. And of course, Escalante is some of the most remote, and they're really wanting to see that red, twisting, crazy stuff. And we have so many of those beautiful canyons here. This is my 19th year. I had as much fun today as I had the first day. I love watching the folks out in the canyons. They get better as the day goes. They're really nervous in the morning. They see the ropes, they picture rock climbing, and it's not rock climbing, and once they figure out how easy it is to go down, it just gets better and better.
Ultimate wedgie.
Oh, there we go.
Now get up to his quads,
awesome.
right?
Yep. The cool thing about this experience is that you look at this and you're like, wow, this is spectacular. But as Rick kind of told us a little bit earlier, this is the ugly part of the canyon. So I'm really looking forward to what we're about to see, because to me, this is amazing.
Make sure you
It is a lot of fun. My parents had me into this stuff since I was a little boy, but they always wanted to go where no one had ever been, basically. And these slot canyons, there are thousands of them in the Southwest, and folks have never literally been into some of them. But we get so many letters and beautiful emails and stuff from people saying, this changed my life, you know, in some small way, but maybe they did something they never thought they could do, and now they'll try something else that they never thought they could do. And I'm right there with them, so it's the best, guys.
So this is called a bridge, where we use our legs and put our back and butt against the wall and just use our legs to go down the canyon.
And it's surprisingly easy to do. We're going to show a few of these things a little bit later in the show, how to keep you safe. But first, let's go off to our travel adventure.
Most adventures typically start out more or less the same. There isn't much fanfare, we get ourselves ready for the day, hop in the car, and grab a bite to eat. But as soon as we hit the trail, that's when adventures start to come into their own. Every turn is unique, each rock formation a piece of art. And the views? Well, they speak for themselves. Sometimes those experiences can feel distilled or even ruined when we run into throngs of people as far as the eye can see. But creating an exclusive adventure becomes easy when we take the trail less traveled, which is exactly what we're doing today in Hanksville, Utah.
Well, I just love riding anywhere there's good trails, and we've enjoyed some great trails today out of Hanksville, some I've never been on before, frankly. And in Wayne County, we have a lot of land that's very sparse populated, of course. So there's a lot of areas where people can go and be away from a lot of traffic and a lot of congestion and people.
We're not really well known yet, so the crowds are not here. It's a lot of fun to get out where there isn't a lot of really commercialized things. You come out, you make your own fun, you do your own thing, and that's what we're about.
I think it's so exciting because I don't know that people know that this is here, and I want to be the one to show them. I want to show them what's out here. There's so much. Everywhere you look, there's somewhere to go.
With Hanksville Tours and Motorsports Rentals as our guide, we set off on the Canyon Rim Trail just outside of Hanksville. It seemed we couldn't even ride a few miles without coming to breathtaking vistas or formations with historical significance. Not that I'm complaining, mind you.
I like this bird trail. I love the Henry Mountains. I like the history. I'm really excited about the history, the outlaws that came through here and left a lot of trace, even the Spanish, the gold mining, all of that stuff is awesome.
There's a canyon goes down through here, and that's where the Dirty Devil goes through, that deep canyon. And you can cross over the Dirty Devil down there, and then you can go up into the Glen Canyon National Recreation Area, and from there you can turn south and go clear down to Height. So it comes out right at Lake Powell, where the Dirty Devil then comes into the Colorado River right there at Height.
Hey, Mr. Cow, do you know where I can get a good burger? You're right, that was insensitive.
Where so many of the trails aren't decorated with plaques or displays, having guides or locals take you through the wilderness can make your trip more informative, as they point out little details that you may not have thought to look for otherwise. Plus, they'll keep you from getting lost.
I went on ahead to get shots of everybody, and I might be lost now. I've been on my own now for about 2, maybe 3 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Minute 5. I've already resorted to eating sticks and rocks for food and using cow manure for hair gel, and as you can see, it's not working out.
Steve, tell my story. I hear other machines. You guys look, I'm saved. I'm saved.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was alone for like 7 minutes. I'm so scared.
It's obvious that each member of the group has a reason for loving these trails, but they all seem to come back to a central theme.
Well, they're fun, and mainly the beauty, the red rock and the canyons that are here, and seeing the desert doing its thing here early spring, and it's a great day to be riding.
I think it's just good for the soul to get out and be in nature, particularly like the desert. I think it's great. It's just so rugged and raw. You know, there's so many people don't know that we exist, and so it's still pretty pristine and unknown.
I really want to thank Hanksville Tours and Motorsports Rentals for taking me out here to show me this beautiful country, because if it wasn't a parent, there's no way I would have found this on my own. Well, I'm Zack and more at your leisure after the break.
Meet the new leader in off-road utility, the completely reinvented Ranger XP 1000. It's got the most power, the largest towing capacity, the highest ground clearance, and the best comfort and storage. Introducing the all-new Polaris Ranger XP 1000, the hardest working, smoothest riding Ranger ever built.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. Oh, there ain't nothing like being raised in the basin with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
2,000 fence posts, 900 acres, 48 bales, all before lunch, which we caught last Saturday. We earn our scars. We wear our work ethic. We work until the work's done. And when it is, A few hours of shut-eye to rest up for tomorrow, the day will finally get something done.
This is pretty exciting. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. It's product review time. Finally, the brand new Goldwing. As a matter of fact, this is just barely fresh off the truck, and Russell and Bruce went down to Texas to test drive these. So, Russell, tell me what's changed about this new Goldwing that makes it so exciting.
I'm 75 years old and didn't think I was going to buy another bike. And Russell and I flew to Texas and we rode this new Goldwing. And coming back on the plane, I said, you know what? I think I got to have that new motorcycle.
It's a totally brand new motor, totally brand new chassis. There's nothing really that's the same on this Goldwing. The first thing you might notice is up on the front end, there's no forks. There's not conventional forks.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
There's no forks on this. So this is a suspension without forks. So no more changing fork seals on this bike. The shock is actually up here in the center.
I see it.
It's the craziest thing when you ride this. When you get a chance to test drive it, you feel no connection to the road. It's kind of crazy. You see these little knuckles moving up here, and it is so smooth. Still the 6-cylinder motor, the 1832cc motor, but they moved the motor about 2 inches forward.
Is that partly due to the forks?
It is, because they were able to do that because they don't have forks in here. So you got better handling, better weight up forward.
Something's missing here.
Well, there's something missing right here, and there's something missing down here.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, so what did they do to this for transmission?
This has got the dual clutch transmission that Honda's been offering in their ATVs, in some of their other motorcycles. It's actually in some Honda Acura cars. So it's a totally automatic 7-speed transmission. It actually has manual shift triggers right here. So when you're in the manual mode, up is here and down is here. It has 4 different modes when you're in the drive. So you have an economy mode, you have a rain mode, you have a touring mode, and you have a sport mode.
I don't think you could shift it as well as it shifts itself, because there's no, you can hear it, but you don't feel it. I have never been on a full-size bike like this before that I can actually do a slow turn lock to lock without putting my foot out, and I mean hard lock. Everything's perfect on this bike, but there does seem to be a flaw. What is it, Russell?
Well, I learned this the other day. These mirrors go in.
Oh my
when
gosh.
You turn that way, it hits the brake.
Hit the brakes, and then that means it's time to go over.
Yeah, slow speeds, just make sure your mirror's always out like that. It does have a parking brake because of the automatic transmission, which is kind of funny. You push this button right here. Do you hear that? There's no starter grind.
Wow.
But to get your forward and reverse going, you put it into the forward and reverse mode, and you use these triggers right here, and you go forward or reverse. And that's your starter
And
mode.
that's using the old flywheel to move it. Well, if you want to find out a little bit more about this, you need to go to Stedman's. You need to check it out, straddle across it, see what you think. Maybe they can go for a test drive?
We have a demo bike, yes. We have a demo bike available. So come out to Tooele, check this bike out, and you'll fall in love with it, just like I have.
Okay, very good. Well, that's it for the product review. We'll continue with At Your Leisure here in just a minute. Hit the road, baby.
Living in Utah, we're lucky we can enjoy riding our recreational vehicles year-round in the mountains, at the dunes, rock crawling, or road riding. Stedman's Recreation has Utah's largest selection of Honda, Polaris, Yamaha, and Beta machines. See them all at Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. Need a tune-up, new tires, or accessories? Stedman's Service Department can help.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
On belay.
Belay on.
Rappelling.
Rappel on.
All right, welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. We are, I don't know, halfway through our rappel set, and man, this is so much fun. How am I doing from down there, Corinne?
You're looking good.
All right.
It's a nice view.
They have taught us so many amazing just little tricks on not only how to stay safe, but on just how to make things easier. And I don't know about you, Corinne, but I really appreciated that.
Yes, it's been very nice. A great way to have fun without worrying about what we're doing.
Well, that's one of the great things is that you're coming on an experience like this that you may have never been, never done before, and you want it to be easy. Well, they make it really easy. How about we find out about some of the safety stuff that we've learned today?
First thing is building a relationship from 7 o'clock in the morning, making people feel like they're welcome and at home, and that they can have an open line of communication with Rick or myself. And then that builds throughout the day, both interpersonally and technically with ropes and rigging.
I was personally kind of nervous. I weighed 200 and something pounds, and so would they be able to hold me was a thought in my head, but that was never an issue for them. You need to wear good shoes when you go canyoneering. By them explaining all the techniques we need to do, getting in the canyons, how to slide down the rocks, there's a lot of techniques that I've never learned in any other sports, and so it's very important to listen to them.
All the technical skills, guys, for canyoneering, it's all very straightforward. It's not complicated, it's not crazy ropes and everything, you're trying to figure out what's going on. It's very simple.
We have to make sure that this is tight, and then
ask your buddy, say on belay.
On belay.
The coolest thing about this experience is the amount of trust you have to have in all the people that are with you. You really have to rely on them to get down some of these things. And so as a relationship builder, it's really great because you've got to hold them, they've got to hold you, and you just have to trust.
You silly man.
Hey! Oh my gosh, are you okay?
She's gone all the way.
I got him.
Oh my gosh!
You want people to feel comfortable, and you want people to feel like that they can talk to you. With clothing and shoes, if you're well prepared for the day, you don't have to worry about discomfort. You don't have to worry about running out of water. You don't have to worry about tearing holes in your pants too much, or having footwear that doesn't keep your feet comfy. Get your harness and your helmet and all your gear, and we'll get out here.
Great thing about Excursions of Escalante is that they provide the lunch, and so you don't have to worry about that, which is really, really nice.
Sandwich.
I know, it's like massive.
Yeah.
All right, Corinne, so of all the stuff that we learned today, because we've done all the safety stuff, what was the thing that that you were like, people need to know?
One thing I love about them is that they have been taking us really slow. We're being really, really safe, but it's been a lot of fun. One thing that I wish that I brought was better shoes. And in the waiver in the beginning, they tell you to bring shoes with good tread. Do it, because it's going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, everything in the waiver you want to pay attention to, because they're not just throwing that in there when it comes to pants and shorts and all that stuff, because they said no short shorts, and 5 minutes in, you realize, yeah, don't wear short shorts because you're going to get scratched up.
Yeah.
Listen to what they have to say. These guys are the experts.
So this is my husband right here, and we, wore appropriate clothing, but he ripped a hole in his pants.
I'd show it to you, but I'll save it for later.
Save it for later. All right, we got to head off to our trailhead adventure.
Brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATV MC.
I'm Reece Stein, at your leisure, at Joe's Valley Reservoir, where, while the fishing may not always be fast, there can be great rewards. Look at this monster.
This 42-inch long Tiger Muskie is the newest resident at Joe's Valley, a big part of an effort to maintain a high-quality fishing lake. Everybody wants their picture taken with this guy. Yes, everybody. Tigers are a Frankenstein fish, a cross between a northern pike and a true muskie. And because they're sterile, managers can control exactly how many will be in the lake. State biologists are pulling in nets full of fish to see just how well their efforts are paying off. Most of these fish are nice-sized splake trout, a sterile cross between a brook and a brown trout. Or Utah chubs, a nuisance fish that reproduce to abundance, competing for food and space with more popular trout. Chubs have ruined Joe's Valley as a rainbow fishery, but this toothy giant may just be the answer.
We stocked Tiger Muskie in 2009 here in Joe's Valley to control the Utah chub population, and over the past few years we've seen a decline in our chub numbers and find big toothy critters like this.
Biologists cut the fish open to see what's been on its menu.
pretty big chub.
Yeah.
About a 200 millimeter chub as well as some smaller chubs.
We're hoping to get estimates on consumption rates, and then it can tell us how many fish are in the reservoir, and then our stocking rates, how we can improve our stocking to make sure we keep the chub numbers low.
Low but not gone, the plan is to keep only enough chubs in the lake to feed and grow big tigers, splake, and cutthroat trout. It's a tricky balance, and this study will provide some answers. Volunteers from neighboring communities have been recruited to help with the tedious task of extracting the fish from the nets so they can be studied.
Picking fish out of the nets, what's it like?
It's hard.
What's hard about it?
You get tangled up in the net.
Volunteer Judson Varner of Price holds a trophy-sized splake trout.
That would be a nice fish to take home.
Judson is here with his family, including his little sister Edith, getting her first introduction to Joes Valley fish. Mom brought them.
For the experience, this is a great opportunity for them to volunteer and to see the fish, what's in the lake, what's out there, and get to handle them and get excited about fishing. We like to take them out as often as possible.
Joes Valley is a phenomenal fishery. It's actually one of our underutilized fisheries in southeastern Utah. We have amazing opportunities here. Joes Valley is one of those places where the fishing may not be quick and fast, but the quality of the catches are phenomenal.
Just ask Buckley Jolly of Pleasant Grove how good the fishing is. This 30.5-inch splake caught last year is the new Utah State catch and release record.
There's a lot of food out there, and we're growing some really big fish. Our splake, our average size is 19 inches right now and 2 pounds, so they're great fish, awesome fishery right now.
There's more to Joes Valley than just monster fish. The lakeside campground is standard Forest Service with single and double sites, vault toilets and tables, and running water.
Oh, we come up here fishing and boating and riding side-by-sides, camping all the time. We actually got a trip planned up here in 2 weeks.
The campground makes an ideal base for ATVs to hit the Arapeen Trail Network by way of the Reeder Trailhead. Running for over 350 miles through the Mantila South Forest, the Arapeen system is one of the state's largest and most scenic. It climbs to the 10,000-foot level of the Skyline Drive and drops into Joes Valley, as well as communities up and down Sanpete and Emery counties.
It's a good trail. They maintain it, and you can go all the way to Skyline, and then you can head north or south, and there's a lot of areas to hunt up in there.
Joes Valley offers limitless fun.
What can you don't like about it?
Huge sandstone rocks that litter Straight Canyon below Joes Valley Dam make for one of the world's premier bouldering destinations. But that's a story for another day. Today we're headed back up to the reservoir to chase those big fish.
Well, they say Tiger Muskie are the fish of 1,000 casts, so I may be here a while. You go on with the show. Reece Stein at your leisure at Joes Valley Reservoir. Yeah, should we tell the people on the Wasatch Front about it, or do you want to keep it to yourself?
No, everything's just fine, just like it is.
How much do you think it would cost to spend a few days at a golf resort with your accommodations on the fairway and a lake to your back? $200 or $300 a night? How about $25 or $30? Race City RV can make that dream come true because Utah has several state parks with golf courses attached. Race City RV has the RV that's right for you. Find out how you can enjoy the passion of your dreams in the outdoors with a new RV from Race City RV, Utah's low price leader since 1946.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. So we finished with the slot part of the canyon.
But it's not over yet.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, Rick tells us we still have some fun ahead of us. But man, that was beautiful back there.
It was gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
What did you think?
Fantastic.
It was beautiful.
I just loved how the colors would change from, you know, depending on how much sunlight was coming in and how much shadow. And so you'd have deep reds and then suddenly you'd have browns. And I love slot canyons. I think they're amazing. All right, well, we have some business that we have to get to. And so why don't we first take a look at our calendar of events.
Well, it's June and we're getting into ATV Jamboree season. First, we want to remind you to sign up for the Paiute ATV Jamboree going on August 9th through the 12th in Marysville. Registration is going on right now at utvjam.com, so sign up and we'll see you there. Also, coming up later this month, June 19th through the 23rd, is the National ATV Jamboree in Fillmore. You can learn more about the rides and register at millardcounty.com. Lastly, for all you street bikers, on the 23rd of June, Jorgensen's in Richfield is putting on a BACA RIDE to support abused children. So find out more at jhsport.com.
All right, well, how about now, let's take a look at our giveaway winner.
All right, check this out. Bud Strayhorn posted this picture on our Facebook page, and you can see his AYL sticker right there.
I love the Happy Trail sticker up there on top. Every day on the trail is a good day.
Congratulations to our sticker winner. You have won a $400 gift card to RiFab.
All right, how about we take a look at what's going to be on the next episode of AYL.
The water is warm and the engines are loud next week on AYL. First off, Chad and Rhea will be celebrating the final season of one of the West's most enduring raceways. After that, we'll slow down a bit and explore a summer destination that offers something for everyone in your boating family. Where can you wakeboard, water ski, fish, and flyboard? We'll have your answer next week on AYL.
It looks like they're going to have a lot of fun next week, but will they get ice cream in slot canyons? I don't think so.
And we earned this ice cream.
Yeah, we did.
I think this is the perfect way to end a slot canyon trip, is to come and have some fresh ice cream.
Yes, it's delicious.
At Escalante. We'd like to thank Rick Green for taking us out today, and Noah. They were awesome. I can't imagine a better experience because they know so much, not only about how to keep you safe, but just about the area, little bits of history. Now, we're only scratching the surface today in what this entire area has to offer. In the coming months, we're going to be showing more about Garfield County. We're going to be going to Peng, we're going to be riding ATVs. This is really an untapped area when it comes to adventure. So we're going to show all of it off to you over the coming months so that you can really get to know this area. But we are done for today, and I want some more ice cream.
Me too.
I don't think it's going to be enough. So like we always say, get out there and create your own adventure
at your leisure.
Now she's touching my butt right this second, and not gonna lie, it's kind of nice.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm giddy today. Okay, ready?